Number 3 of the 20 plus sources of sizzling hot sellers. Cami, I don't want to take any rental listings. Neither do I. I never did. So when I talk about the FRBO, the for rent by owner, this isn't about looking for a rental. Whether it's a single family property or a commercial listing or a multifamily, don't we see these signs everywhere? And I'm not talking about the ones that are listed with a real estate agent. I'm talking about the for rent sign that is handwritten with a phone number on it. They're everywhere. I don't care where you live, you see them. And sometimes you see the same ones at the same properties. And guess what? That landlord, that property owner, may be tired of his or her tenants' trash and toilets. So when I call a for rent by owner, my objective is not to rent the property. My objective, first and foremost, is to talk to them like a human being and build some rapport. I talk to them a little bit about the property, and I actually dial the phone when I see it. Guys, we can pick up the phone and just dial it. It's not about writing it down and thinking about it and praying on it and should I call them. Just dial it. Have a conversation with another human being. So here's what happens. I get on the phone, I talk to them about their property, blah, blah, blah. I've got a script for that. I can share that with you. And as I'm building that rapport, I find out, hey, listen, have you ever considered liquidating your assets? Now, I'm going to talk further when we get into the 10 listings in 30 days, which is another conversation, but I'll talk more about how we communicate. And anytime we are communicating, the words we use are only 7% of our communication. Our tonality and our body language, our tonality is 38% and the body language is 55%. So when we're having a conversation, the words are not nearly as important as how we're saying them and who we're being. However, when we're talking to property owners, let's up our game with the language that we're using. Liquidating assets, adding to your portfolio, those types of things. And getting back to what we talked about, one of the other tips, which is the 1031 tax exchange. So now we've got Mr. For Rent by Owner on the phone, and we find out that he loves this building, but he's got 8 more that he'd like to get rid of. Hello, hey, payday. You just never know who you're going to get on the phone. You may find out that he has no intention of selling it, but maybe he already has 82 properties, and you can say, wow, not many people are that successful with being a landlord. What's your criteria? Because now that you've built some rapport, now that you've got a cell phone number, that's the other thing about for rent by owners, the phone number on the sign is their phone number. We can't complain that we can't find phone numbers that are good, because I promise you, if it says, hey, 2-bedroom apartment for rent, that phone number is the right phone number. So now that you have his phone number, now that you built rapport, even if he doesn't want to sell, he may be looking to buy. And if he's looking to buy, you're calling expireds. You're talking to vacant properties. You're talking to probate, etc. So as you're talking to all these different people, doesn't it make sense that you have a few really qualified buyers in your back pocket too, so that you can double end? For rent by owners, the phone numbers are good. Dial them immediately. Build some rapport and just chat them up. They own property. You know they own property. That property is for rent again. Maybe they're having a hard time with it. Give them a call. That is number 3 of the 20 plus sources of sizzling hot sellers. And here's the thing. We're learning who to communicate with. We need to learn what to say, which are the scripts, which I'm going to share with you now that you're part of this tribe. You'll be getting the scripts. Now that we know who to talk to and what to say, we need to learn how to say it and who we're being when we say it. But first, let's get down to the top 2. The top 2 yummiest, most juiciest, most decadent, sizzling hot sellers that I have taken hundreds of listings with and made quite a few lifelong friends. I'll share the stories with you in the upcoming 2 videos.